You want to use your nail too? You're my volunteer.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right. I would
Hi.
bring you in a bit, okay?
Okay, I'm
Yeah, no,
gonna
stay
know.
there, stay there, stay there. So, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, please introduce yourself to us.
Hi, how are you? How's everyone? I hope everyone's well tonight. My name is Yadhira Gonzalez-Taylor, and I am a candidate for civil court judge here in Bronx County. I'm here with my friend, Miss Betty Banks, who is helping me collect signatures in order for me to be on the ballot for the Democratic Party this June.
Yeah. So today, what have you guys done?
Well,
Where have you been?
we have been circling this is the 79th Assembly District, so we have been collecting signatures under a slate for Assemblywoman Jackson. And we're hoping to end up on the primary to be nominated for, myself and four other women are running for civil court judge. So I'm collecting signatures on behalf of my slate. They're also here, they're in other parts of the building collecting signatures, so that we can all end up on the slate. We have 5 women. I'll give you their names right now. Yes. Myself being Yadhira Gonzalez-Taylor.
Yeah.
We have Cynthia Isales, also running for civil court judge. We have Michelle Davila, Sophia Hirschman, and then we have Taisha Chambers also running for civil court judge. There are 5 positions, 5 vacancies, 5 women running for to hopefully be your next judge, which means we could be assigned to criminal or family court. It is a position that has a lot of responsibility for the community. It is where we go, civil court is where you would go if you were suing for falling somewhere and hurting yourself, or if you were in a slip or fall or an accident of any sort, you might want to sue for benefits, right? Or you were taking someone to small claims because they damaged your property and you want to get some compensation for that, that's where you would end up.
So this position is for civil court judge for what district?
For the Bronx, in the Bronx.
Okay.
But we could be assigned also to any borough in New York City based on the needs of the court system.
All right.
I myself, I'm hoping to end up in the Bronx where I'm from, born and raised here, but I will go wherever they need me to help the most.
So you are an attorney, right?
I am, yes.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about a little bit about your growing up, about your life and your career as an attorney.
So I started my career in public service at the age of 19 when I joined the Military Police Corps of the U.S. Army. From there, I served for 6 years with the U.S. Army, and I went to college first to study criminal justice. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, a master's degree in criminal justice, and then a 3-year law graduate degree from New York Law School.
What college then?
New York Law School.
Okay.
I'm a graduate of New York Law School. I interned for several agencies, prosecutorial agencies, and I'm a former prosecutor here in Bronx County. I also prosecuted a police department corruption for a few years, and currently I work for the DOE as a hearing officer doing disciplinary work. I also teach at Monroe College. I teach young people that aspire to be public servants such as myself, using my experience of almost 20 years and my understanding of criminal justice. I hope to shape them to be good public servants.
So why are you running?
I'm running to serve the community. I'm running because the perspective of the veteran is not represented in the court system. We, as veterans of the military, we only make up about 1% of the United States population, but we make up about 9% of justice-impacted individuals, which means people that end up in court, whether it's being incarcerated or they have a family court case or they're being evicted or they're being sued. So that means that the proportion of the people impacted by the courts that are veterans is not represented in the judges, right? So in order for there to be fairness, there should be some representation that represents that demographic. So I'm not just running as a woman, I'm running as a woman, of course, someone who's a mother, who's been married, who has all this lived experience and who's also an attorney, but I'm also adding the experience of the veteran to the job.
So besides trying to provide a platform for veterans, what other objectives, what other factors are making you run? What else do you want to do besides that?
I want to bring dignity to the court. I want to bring compassion. I offer, having lived in the Bronx most of my life, I was born here and raised here, and there were times when I lived in Puerto Rico with my grandparents, so those were the periods in time in which I wasn't living here. But I bring knowing my community. That's an extra qualification, right? Knowing your community intimately when you're dealing with cases helps. You're married to the law as a judge. You have to enforce the law. You have to follow the law. But knowing some of the nuances that impact our communities can be helpful when making decisions.
Yeah. So
And this
would
is
you?
Missy Banks, and she's my volunteer, and she's like a superhero to me because she has stepped up to help me collect so many signatures, and she's out here late, and we're both tired, and she's still like supporting me. So I appreciate her very, very much.
Lizzie, you have a comment to make about her candidature?
Do I have a comment?
Yes.
Yes, I met her through Kayvon Rivers on Zoom, and when she started a year ago, when she started campaigning, so she was recruiting volunteers, so I joined her team.
So why are you supporting her?
Oh, because this is something I love to do. I just love supporting people.
So you think she is a good candidate?
Yes.
All right. Fantastic.
And I want to thank you for signing the petition, because without you, I wouldn't even have a chance. You know, we need 4,000 signatures to file with the Board of Elections in order to qualify to even be a candidate for elections. So you are instrumental and essential in getting someone on the ballot as the voter.
How many signatures so far have you collected?
Well, we're part of a giant team that's running all over the Bronx, getting signatures here and there, so I don't have an exact amount yet, but I can tell you that we have been knocking on doors since the very beginning of this process.
Any last word, any last comment you want to make?
Just I encourage everyone to get involved and figure out races, that are coming up for primaries, figure out who your elected officials are, look it up, go to NYC Votes. If you're not registered to vote, register to vote, so that you can participate in democracy, because that is what makes our communities function. When you know who your elected officials are, you can put them to the challenge and ask them what they're doing for you in exchange for that support that you give them every time they run for office.
Do you have any resources such as a website or anything that you want to share with the viewers?
So I am on Instagram. The people can follow me on Instagram. Just look up my name, Yadhira Gonzalez-Taylor. It's spelled YADHIRA-GONZALEZ-Taylor, TAYLOR. So I'll come up if you look for me on Instagram.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.